Whoops. Constipation occurs when a person has difficulty emptying the large bowel, right? Home remedies and lifestyle changes can often help resolve it, but sometimes it needs medical attention. Hi, welcome to Stress Out Stress Free. If you haven't met yet, my name is Vincent Woon, where I help people like you stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. All right, funny came out. All right, today, supposedly we're supposed to do a Q&A, but because I didn't show up yesterday, something came up, and that's why we're doing about the topic today. Today's topic is what? Constipation, cause, the symptoms, and prevention. So basically, we'll show you all what the causes are and what the. Let me just show it to you. All right, let's get to. Oh, right here. Okay, today's is constipation. Constipation, cause, symptoms, and prevention. Let's go to the first one. What is constipation? Put down in the chat. Let me know what's constipation, right? As I mentioned earlier, is having difficulty going to the bathroom, right? Number one, not number one or number two. They call it number two, right? Okay. What is constipation? Constipation is a condition in which a person has uncomfortable or infrequent bowel movement. Usually or generally, a person is considered constipated when you have a bowel movement resulting in the passage of a small amount of hard, dry stool, usually fewer than 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. Okay. Let me just take away that screen. Okay. There we go. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong one. There we go. All right. Okay. So, 3 times, usually 3 times or less a week. That means you constipated. However, normal stool elimination may consist of having a bowel movement 3 times a day or 3 times a week. It depends on the people, the size of people and stuff. Okay. So let's see. Let's go to the next point and say we go to the what are the causes of what are the causes of constipation? Is it showing the red there? Okay. All right. Cool. What are the causes of constipation? What do you think? Put it in the chat. Let me know. In constipation, let's change this. All right. Constipation. Let's say causes of constipation. Okay. Causes of constipation is 1. People have a high intake of dietary fiber. People with high intake of dietary fiber are less likely to experience constipation. Why? Because fiber promote regular bowel movement. So basically, fiber is like it's like the scraper in your where did it go? You go scrape in your colon, right? It scrapes out all the unnecessary stuff that needs to be taken off. Like, let's say, of course, you combine with proper hydration too. So food with high fiber are fruits. So make sure you eat fruits, vegetable, whole grain, nuts, lentil, chickpea, and legumes. All right, and make sure why some of our kids are having problem with 1 second here. Okay, all right. Why some of our kids are having problem with going to the bathroom? Because a lot of kids nowadays doesn't like fruits and vegetables, especially anything green. They're like, no, yeah. Okay, and of course they are always eating the less fiber stuff like fat foods such as cheese, meat, and eggs. I eat eggs, but yeah. Highly processed foods such as white bread and fast food, chips, and other pre-made foods like frozen food or frozen food like frozen pizza and all those fast food, Burger King, McDonald's, yada yada yada. Okay, and also physical inactivity nowadays with all the smartphones and stuff is kind of like lessen the involvement and lessen the kids are or people are spending less time doing physical stuff. Physical activity is also low level of that leads to constipation, because some studies says that found that physical fit people, including marathon runners, are less likely to experience constipation. I'm not asking you to be a marathon runner, but exercise regularly. Make sure you have movement in the body, and it helps extract the and clear up the colon, right? It's like moving the stuff in your body. So with the increase of mobility also might help improve constipation among older adults. People who spend like several days a week in bed or sitting in a chair or may have high risk of constipation, right? And also a lot with the increase of use of medication, use of medication, it creates constipation. Think about it. Like most of the prescription drugs nowadays, it's like look at it and they make sure when they give you the prescription drugs, right? Make sure you read the big piece of paper that they give you. Oh, I shredded my. So they were like, oh yeah, this will help this, but side effects are usually number one is always constipation and sometimes even diarrhea and stuff too. So you have to make sure you check that and talk to your doctor about it. Yeah, like opioid pain relief drugs, which includes codeine, of course, Tylenol number 3, oxycodone. Those are like the powerful ones that's will cause constipation. And even blood pressure pills. I take 3 three blood pressure pill, but that's why you have to be careful. All these side effects and stuff. But I make sure I have my bananas lying around to help that. But my digestion system is pretty good. I go regularly, so that's no problem. All right. So and also causes irritable bowel syndrome. Basically is the functional intestinal difficulties. It's IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and have people with irritable IBS or irritable bowel syndrome are high risk of constipation than people without that condition. Of course, yeah. So some of them may experience abdominal pain, bloating, like few gas in the stomach. Distension, changes in frequency of consistency of stool. Sometimes go wet, soft, hard. So with IBS, constipation can fluctuate over time. It is not present, then there may be instead. If it's when it's constipation is not present, there may be instead loose stool or with diarrhea. Okay. Also, cause of what are we talking about? Cause of constipation is also aging. Why? Because as people age, the prevalence of constipation tends to increase higher, up to 40% of the people in the community, and up to 60% of those in the institution may experience constipation. All right. And exact cause, they don't know. They can tell you the fact, but they don't know what the causes are. Many people give you the data, but they'll tell you the causes. Many people people age, food takes longer to process through the digestive tracts. So maybe true, yeah, because if age, your systems all slow down, and then when they become less mobile, and also may contribute to the constipation, right? Medical conditions like medication, as we mentioned earlier, low intake of fiber, at this time they're probably not eating fruits or vegetables, and that may lead to constipation, okay? Or changes in routine. When a person travels, for example, they usually routine changes, and this can affect the digestive system too, Yeah, sometimes when you travel, people tend to eat more fast food than regular real food, 1 second. Wild spirulina tea. Okay. All right. Scientists asked about 83 people about the digestive changes they experience while traveling outside the United States, and 9% of people experience constipation. Why? Because sometimes, we think like, when you go overseas, go to other countries, like, don't drink their water, right? Make sure you drink good water, right? So that's part of our way of thinking, like, we are afraid of their water, and also sometimes people are afraid to use the bathroom. Why? Because in a third world country or country you're visiting, they might have not the same bathroom as we do. So you might have a squat bathroom, or might be dirtier bathroom. You don't know, right? So people tend to hold it. Especially also, like, do you know friends or people or relatives that rather hold it in there that rather than go use the bathroom, outside bathroom, like, then using outside bathroom, they want to rather hold it until they come home or they go home, and then they use their own bathroom, right? So that's one of the causes too, because if you hold it, you kind of like mess up the muscles, because when you're ready to go poop, you should just release and let the muscle go and let poop, right? You cannot hold it, you confuse the muscle, and then the muscle doesn't know when to poop and when to not to poop, then, sounds funny, but it's true, yeah. And sometimes overuse of laxatives, people worry about that they could not use the bathroom often enough, and then they take laxative, and this creates a problem which are supposed to help with bowel movement, but regular use of certain laxatives allows the body to use the body to get used to their reaction. But then if you use too much of it, it no longer needs the laxative, and then you just go mess it up, okay? And of course, then they need a higher dose, and it's going to create more problem, right? So, and also overuse of laxative creates dehydration, and electrolytes imbalances and interfere or sometimes damage the organs too. Some of these complications can become life-threatening. That's why we said, sometimes it's necessary to check with the doctor, right? Okay. So make sure you double check with your doctor before you use laxative, because sometimes they might not be good for you, and sometimes they should be working for you. Of course, don't forget to drink lots and lots of water, because if you hold it, you kind of like drying out the stool. So make sure you drink enough water that will help reduce the risk of constipation. Okay. All right. And okay, constipation. If you have constipation, you should stay away from caffeinated soda, coffee, and alcohol. Okay. All right, because that's going to restrict the passage of the stool, which leads to constipation and could cause cancerous tumor, a hernia, scar tissue, and also inflammatory bowel disease. Okay, and of course you have not forgetting the neurological conditions such as multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's disease, strokes, spinal injury that can cause can lead to constipation. Okay. All right. Okay. Next, let's look at what are the symptoms of constipation. All right. Symptoms of symptoms of constipation. Okay. What are the symptoms of constipation? What do you think? Put in chat and let me know so that we can talk about it. All right. And yeah, that's how we communicate, right? So what are the symptoms of constipation? Symptoms of constipation. Symptoms of constipation consists of, I don't know. All right. Of course, feel bowel movement, right? So first one is like feel bowel movement. Okay, and here, keep pushing the wrong button. So first thing you will notice is feel bowel movement, and then you have you're gonna have trouble having bowel movement, like straining to go, and then sometimes you have a hard or small stool, and then sometimes you have a sense of like everything didn't come out yet, so you have to like go back and wait for more, or go sit down again and wait for more, I guess. And then you have the feeling as though that there's something blocking in your rectum, and that helps. That prevents your bowel movement. And of course, belly bloating. You feel like bloated and you can't go. It's really a pain. Yep. Okay. You may also feel like you need to help to empty your bowel, like such as pressing into the belly or use the finger to remove your stool. Have you tried that before? I did that. I think I did that with my kids, but not me. Not myself. Okay. All right. So we talk about the symptoms of constipation, and what do you do? How do you prevent? Any prevention? what do you do? How do you do, or what do you do to prevent constipation, right? Well, prevent constipation includes what? Eating more what? All right, eating more fiber, of course, right? So, as we mentioned earlier, you need to eat food, food with fiber, and also fruits with fiber, right? Okay, so make sure you include high fiber foods in your diet, such as beans, vegetable, fruits, whole grain, cereal, and bread. Okay, and then you want to, of course, eat stuff with low fiber, and most importantly, processed food. Processed food is bad for you. Number one, there's a lot of preservative in there. Number two, there's not enough fiber in there. Number three, they have like all sorts of high sodium, high everything, and also most of them are made out of processed oil. What do you call that? Hydrogenated oil, something like that. Yeah, and also they have processed dairy and meat too. So stay away from low fiber food. All right. Of course, then to prevent constipation, drink plenty of water, like this. Oh, water. So drink plenty of water. Make sure you hydrate. And I'll tell you a story later, about drinking water. Actually, let me just tell you now. So what happened was, that's why I had to cancel yesterday's show too. So what happened was, my wife was working, right, and then she has it's summertime, so she want to wear sandals to work. But this is like after so long that we haven't gone to work yet, and her work is a long avenue walk, long New York City Avenue walk and long street walk too. So anyways, so what happened was she had her sandals on, and then she was walking, and then in the bus she was okay. When she came back, and she just went out to throw some recycles and some garbage, and then on her way back she get cramps on her calf, right? And her leg literally, like, this is the leg, right? Her leg turns it was the outside, so her legs turn sideways and she cannot step down. Usually if you have cramp, right, you stand up straight and then put a little weight on it, and then you will the cramp will go away, right? But it was like so how do you say that, so crampy, so strong that her whole leg was like this for 15 minutes. And the thing is, she didn't bring her phone. She didn't bring she don't take that away. All right. Thing is, like, she don't have a phone with her, so she can't call me. So she was like in pain for like maybe 10-15 minutes or so. And then thank God that our neighbor came out. So our neighbor came. Went to our neighbor was coming out from their apartment, getting ready to go to the pool, and then they saw my wife at the by the elevator, at the elevator area, and she was holding on the wall and couldn't move. And then so my neighbor came over and knocked the door and tell me what happened. And then at that time I was cutting some chili. I was making some marinated pepper, but I have my gloves out. I was cutting some chili, and then I'm like, oh no. So usually with cramps, right, we have a heat pad, a microwavable heat pad. Just put in there for 3 minutes, and then you're ready to go, and it's really cool. So I was running around. First of all, I grabbed the gloves and throw it throw it on the side, on the sink, and then I went to look for the heat pad, and guess what? Couldn't find it. So I'm like, oh no. So I just grabbed a towel, wet it real quick, and then throw it in the microwave for less than 1 minute, and then I just took it out and then went straight to my wife, and then my neighbor was like coming through the hallway again, like wonder what happened, right? Because he went back and then told my wife that I told him about it. He closed the door and he still didn't come out yet. So I'm like, meanwhile I was just running around trying to make sure I get enough stuff to go help fix her cramp, because that's where we've learned how to do it, because when she was in the hospital having a cramp in my second son, yeah, that's what they do. The nurse wet the towel and then with hot water and then just wrap it on her cramp area, and it was all gone. So with that, I have to fix. I took the towel and then wrap it on her leg, her calf, and it just helped her, and then we were able to come back. All right. So after coming back, it was okay. I figured should be okay. I said maybe later on I want to use the Tita Chow that we used for my daughter earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Tita Chow. Anyways, I put in a link, and that's the ointment for any pain or strain that we use. Okay. So I later on she said her feet is getting cold, and meaning that there's no circulation going around. So I managed to use the Tita Gel, and also I have the new massager, that magnetic massager from Taiwan that she brought back, and I used that on her. I think I worked on her about half an hour or so with massaging and the Tita Gel and rubbing, and eventually she was much better, and thank God there's no reoccurrence. Like usually with cramps they will come back again, So this was the longest time with the cramps. So what she found out was, number one, she's not used to the sandals, because after the pandemic she usually work at home, and this is the only week that she works almost every day because her boss was on vacation. So what happened is she had the sandal on, and probably first time using sandals, and use more muscle than she's supposed to, because she usually wears sneakers to work. So that's probably the cause of it, number one. Number two is she worked so much that day that she forgot to drink the water. Yeah, so don't forget to drink your water. Always have a glass of water, a cup of water next to you. And make sure you hydrate. Because why? About 75%, 95% of your body is water, so you probably need that, right? All right. So, and with the water, it hydrates your body, and it hydrates your muscle too. So that way, no cramps. Okay. Don't forget that. Sometimes people think it's no potassium. That's true too. No potassium. Eat more bananas, right? But make sure you drink a lot of water too. Why? Water helps hydrate the muscle. Okay. All right. And then to prevent constipation, you make sure you stay as active as possible and try to do exercise regularly. Don't try to do exercise is good. Exercise doesn't mean that you have to go to gym and lift heavy weights and stuff. Just basically go walk, or just some people like run. I like swimming. So do something that's that will help your body. Of course, some people like jogging. Some people like walking. Even if you have pets, especially dogs, just take the dog for a walk. You can hang hang out, and of course the dog will make you walk because they need to go poop every day, right? So unless you have a house that you can let them run in the yard, but usually you have to walk your dog, so which is good, helps you get some exercise too. All right, and also you need to manage your stress. Sometimes stress could cause constipation, believe it or not. Yes. Okay, and then make sure don't ignore the urge to pass too. Why? Because again, it's going to create confusion to the muscle, like it's time to poop. Why are you holding me back, right? So it creates confusion, and then when it's time to poop next time, it doesn't want to poop because it will hold it in. All right, and then also is you need to try to create a regular schedule of bowel movement, especially after meal. Okay, so try to go to the bathroom, I guess. So usually plan out. I usually go to the bathroom in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon. I mean, always in the morning, afternoon, and sometimes in the evening too. So that's and it all depends on what your diet is too. So make sure you eat right. Yeah, and then make sure children who begins to when they begin to eat solid food, make sure you give them plenty of fiber. That's what I think we did wrong, because in the beginning we gave them soft food, and then we probably didn't give them enough fruits, and then expose them to vegetable. So those are the most important one. All right, I did put it down here. Let me see. Let me check. I can just add it. One more. One second, my typing is. When to what? Should you call the who? Who do you have to call? Okay, when should you call the doctor? Doctor, where are you? All right, and ta-da! Oops. Okay, let me turn it on. It's not going. All right. Anyways, is when do you call the doctor? All right. Okay. When do you call the doctor when you have constipation, or you don't? When do you call the doctor? So you call the doctor right away if you have sudden constipation with belly pain and cramping, and you're unable to poop or pass out any gas. That's when you call the doctor, right? Because something is stuck in there, you need to unplug or unstuck it, right? And also, constipation is a new problem for you, and lifestyle changes haven't happened. Changes haven't helped. So basically, it's a new constipation becomes a new problem for you, and even with lifestyle changes, it didn't help you. Okay, and this is very important when you have stool in your blood. When you have blood in your stool, not stool in your blood. All right, when you have blood in your stool, that's when you check the doctor too. Or you losing weight even though you are not trying to. So that's the signs of constipation problem, right? And you have severe pain when you have bowel movement. So usually bowel movement is just 1 to 3, but sometimes you're having pain just like pushing it out. Then you make sure you check it, or not even pushing it out, just a pain. It can even come out. Yep. And your constipation has lasted 2 weeks or more. So if anything that's 2 weeks or more, make sure you go check it out. And the size, shape, and consistency of your stool has changed dramatically. So dramatically, not domestically, dramatically. So let's make sure all this here, if you aware of it, make sure you just double check with your doctor. All right. Okay. Let's go down the memory. Go down the summary and let's go down to what we talk about. We talk about the constipation causes, symptoms, and prevention, right? So we have what is what? One second, let me just double check if I can do this. Oh no, I don't have to do that. Okay, and reload it again. Ding, ding. Is it coming back? Oops. Okay, it's not coming back at all. Copy. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Trying something new. So, anyways, it's not coming back. All right. Okay. So we talk about the causes of constipation and the symptoms, and also how to prevent it, and when is the good time to call the doctor, right? So just make sure you remember this, and then make sure hopefully it helps you. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have in the chat. Oh, feels good in the arm. Yeah. Oh, this is we're talking about still got a squeeze ball, and it says angry grandpa. It's pretty cool. When you can't go is number 2. Okay, good. Thanks for confirming that. Yeah. Not normally peeing. Yeah. Not enough fiber. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Usually it's not enough fiber, because the fiber acts like a scraper that scrape all the stuff out from your body. Okay. It still said you can't stop going. Yeah, sometimes just go dum, 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 dum. with laxative. Okay. Wait. With laxative. Okay, and do a laxative prank. Oh no, that's no fun. Yeah, you better be joking, right? All right. It's summertime. Sneakers weather is gone. Well, yeah, it's true, but still, yeah, sneakers is gone, but still, if you do a lot of walking, you have to do sneakers. Yeah, summertime I usually wear Crocs or sandals, and then they have the strap sandals. Sandals here. Oh yes. Oh yeah, big party going. Okay, still is ready for the party now. Is that at the skating park, or just down your block? Cool. All right. So still ready for party. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat below. All right, and I'll be happy to answer you. Hopefully next week we will get back to our Q&A, and don't forget to see you Monday. I will show you some techniques as to how to get rid of constipation naturally, instead of take medicine, basically. All right. Okay. So I want to thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please share. Like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to put some likes. What happened? Don't forget to put some thumbs up, and if your thumbs up is blank right there, you can just always go and click it and okay. All right, go ahead and click it and make sure the thumbs up is filled up. Okay. All right. And also, you can always support our channel by going to buymeacoffee.com/Vincent Moon. You can buy us coffee. I have buy me a sushi there. You can buy me one sushi one time, or you can support us monthly and support of money to help us get going and to get more equipment and stuff. Okay. All right. And you can also check out our store at Present Soul Backend Stress /stress out stress free to check out our merchandise here. And you can also and I will also put in the up here put the link up here for Buy Me a Coffee, and also a link up here for the my merchandise. And you can always also click down here ways to how do you say that, super chat on to help the channel. Okay. All right, so I want to thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. No, in my area. Oh, okay, you're talking about the party. Okay, all right. I thought you were talking about the super chat. All right. Okay, so don't forget to stay stress-free by changing one habit at a time. And I see you in the next video. Touch with us at Stress Out Stress Free Facebook and Stress Out Stress Free Instagram, and also Vincent Woon at Twitter and Vincent Woon at LinkedIn. And you can always messenger me at Stress Out Stress Free on Facebook. And don't forget to check out this video that's going to pop up later. And I see you in the next video.